the nature of this offense, and two, I don't think it's appropriate for you right now to be taking care of your children.
I'm just being honest, and I'm sorry. Excuse me for being
No, I want you to be honest, and I want you to be transparent.
I'm sorry for being.
But no. I'm not saying I'm going to give you inpatient. What I'm saying is that you're not walking out of this court.
Welcome to Courtroom Trial and Truth.
2024 CR 5145, State of Texas versus Missy Anna Torres. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Robert Behrens for Miss Torres.
And are you Miss Torres? All right, you need to speak up so the court reporter can hear. All right, we're here for sentencing today. According to the plea bargain agreement, she pled no contest to count 2 of the indictment. She applied for deferred adjudication. The state is proceeding only on count 2 according to the plea bargain agreement. Punishment is to be assessed at 6 years in the prison, and the state is silent on the defendant's application. The court requested that the defendant's criminal history be provided to the court. There were no objections to the court receiving that from the state. Is that correct?
Correct.
And any objections to the court reviewing that?
No, Judge, of course not.
Right. Thank you, state. All right, the state is silent. Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, of course, Ms. Torres is hoping you'll grant her application for deferred. She's in self-employed cleaning houses. She has several customers that rely on her. She has a few kids. She's just asking for the court to maybe direct her to some outpatient treatment because she believes she needs some help with this problem. And other than that, again, she's just hoping you'll grant her application.
All right, you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Missy Ann Torres.
All right, so you're going to get drug tested today. What are the results going to be?
They will come back positive.
Positive for what?
Methamphetamine.
All right, so how often are you using meth?
I only do it when I'm under stress, and I did it because I could get denied for adjudication, so
I'm sorry, what?
I could get denied the application, so I just do it when I'm under stress. So I know I have a problem, and I don't do it like around my children. I don't do it, every day. It's just, when I'm under stress and I was, really scared. So, and really under stress. So I don't do it when I go to work. I don't do it, every day, like I said.
All right. So how many children do you have?
I have 3.
What are their ages?
11, 8, and 5.
And where are they now?
2 of them are with their dad and 1 is with my grandma.
All right. With your grandmother. So their great grandmother?
Yes.
All right. So, do you help take care of your children?
Yes.
How often?
I see them every other weekend, and I don't pay child support, but I pay them. My exes and I have my daughter. My daughter is with me.
No, you just said your daughter is with the great grandmother.
I live with my grandmother. This was it.
All right.
I help take care of her. She helps me take care of her.
Okay. So 1, I don't think it's appropriate for you to be cleaning houses because of the nature of this offense. And 2, I don't think it's appropriate for you right now to be taking care of your children.
That's why I'm asking for help, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, what?
That's why I was asking for help, Your Honor.
All right, your help is not going to be outpatient treatment if I grant this application for deferred adjudication. So you're going into custody today.
Okay.
All right. So it's just a matter of what I'm going to do with you. I will tell you the court's issue, and if you want to address this, I know the state is proceeding on count 2 of possession, but she had a lot of drugs with her.
No.
So I don't understand. If you're working homes, then why do you have a scale with you? Because that's, according to this, you had drugs, you had a scale in your purse, and there were baggies totaling 32.0 grams.
Well, Your Honor, I was a heavy user back then, and it was.
Oh, you're not, I tell you what, I don't think, and if I'm wrong, correct me, I don't think you were using 32 grams of meth.
It was it was only 28.
No, you have meth here for 4.964 grams, and you also have meth for 27.459 grams. And what you pled to and count two was a possession 4 to 200 grams. So this is not a possession 1 to 4. So we're talking about 27 grams. And according to the stipulations, that what was found in your bag, it says, I searched her bag and inside a Paris Hilton makeup bag box were baggies, a scale, and crystal-like substance inside a cut vacuum sealed bag. That's from your Paris Hilton makeup bag.
So what I had, the meth was it was double bagged in a sandwich bag. So yes, ma'am, I know it was 20, but it's because that was my personal. I didn't have any other. And last time I went, they tried to only give me which was 14 grams. So I had to.
No, what I'm telling you is they said the baggie found in Robert's pocket tested positive for meth and had a field weight of 6.12 grams.
That wasn't mine.
No. I'm not saying that was yours. So the 6.12 grams that were found in his pocket, they're saying that was his. It was in his pocket. But the baggie, which was found in Missy's purse, tested positive for meth and had a field weight of 32.09 grams. Now, mind you, what they do in the field, I already know that testing drugs in the field are not legal for court. So I'm not considering the weight and what they said in the field. I'm considering what has been given to me for laboratory reports. So this was the professionals testing it, not a presumptive. And it says 27.459 grams was the net weight of the meth that you had in your Paris Hilton bag.
Yes, Your Honor. And I will say that I used to use a whole ounce within 2 to 3 days. So I was a heavy user. And like I said, they tried to give me half of that the last time. And right now it's going for $250. So if I'm paying $250, I wanted the whole thing. I wanted to make sure. I'm just being honest, and I'm sorry. Excuse me for being.
No, I want you to be honest, and I want you to be transparent.
I'm sorry for being transparent, but it's something that I feel like I worked for my money, and I didn't want just to get gypped again. I can promise you, I didn't sell anything. It was because I've been gypped many times. So I did get it. Now it was double bagged because I don't know. That's the way they gave it to me. I can't, and it is my mistake, and I'm taking full responsibility. But I wasn't selling drugs. I wouldn't. I guess I have a job, and back then I was, a heavy user where I would just do it before work, after work, and I didn't have my children in my life. Now I do have my children back in my life, and I'm trying to be a good mom. So I thank you for, giving me an inpatient program.
Well, no. I'm not saying I'm going to give you inpatient. What I'm saying is that you're not walking out of this courtroom today. Either you're going to be going to prison or either you're going to be going to inpatient treatment. So it's very important that you be 100% honest with me, because I'm telling you the state proceeded on a possession, but the amount of drugs you had and the way they were packaged, that's concerning for the court. So you're saying that you just bought a bunch of meth and you were saving it up for use?
So I would use within 2 to 3 days. That was all my personal. Like I said, they tried to sell me half of that one time, and I went back to the same person, but I said, I'm going to weigh it myself to make sure I'm getting the right amount, because it's just, I'm an addict. I'm sorry. I am. And we're not.
So you travel with your own scale?
Well, at the time I did, because like I said, I've been gypped, and when you're an addict, that's all you think of, just how to get, make sure you're getting what you need. And honestly, I can see where I made my mistake, but I'm being honest with you. It was my skeleton measure. So my personal, that's it. And I don't know if Robert would tell you that was my personal as well. I don't want to call him or anything, you can if you want to, but he would tell you that's why I used to pick every.
I'm not going to be calling Robert, because Robert probably has a case of his own.
Right. But I'm saying Robert can tell you too. I within 3 days, maybe 2 to 3 days, really, it would have been gone, and I would have been back doing it again and again. Now I don't. It was kind of like a stress thing. And
Where did you get your drugs to use today before you came to court?
Just an old friend. I hadn't talked to him since, and it was on Saturday when I knew it was, coming, and I guess I felt,
Good. If
Yes.
I'd like to say something, I think the fact that she would actually go out and do the same drugs that she's about to get sentenced for in a couple of days, I think really speaks to the fact that she has a serious addiction problem that I think only rehab can treat. And if you decide that's ISF or SATF or SAFP, we understand that, but I think she really needs treatment.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is there anything else from either side? All right. This is what the court is going to do. I see that she hasn't been to prison before. I'm going to find her guilty, sentence her to 6 years in the prison, the therapeutic community. There's to be no contact with Robert Marble. Give her credit for any time served, and I'll retain jurisdiction.
Okay.
All right. And you can explain to her what that means. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. I'll tell them. So here's the thing. When I say that I'm going to retain jurisdiction, what that means is they're going to take you to prison. If you're following the rules at the prison, if you're working on yourself, because they have programs at the prison, your attorney can file a motion. It's called shock probation. Back when I was growing up, they would have scared straight programs. So shock probation is sort of a scared straight program. So hopefully when you go to prison, you will clear your mind.
Yes.
The drug use or the addiction that you have, the craving that you have will be lifted. And if you are doing what you're supposed to do at the prison, if there are no bad reports at the prison, when your attorney comes back for a request for shock probation, I will strongly consider it. So while you're at the prison, you have 180 days. That's when he needs to bring it back before me before that time period. So you're going to do 6 months. And if you are doing well, if there are no write-ups against you, then the court will strongly consider giving you probation. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So, well, I mean, these are going to be choices that you make. It's going to be completely up to you whether or not I strongly consider giving you probation. Your attorney will explain it to you further, but any programs that they have at the prison, like the therapeutic community, to address your issue, you need to take it. I know they have parenting classes at the jail. I don't know how long the transfer will be, but you need to take advantage of that. When you see people come before me and they've gone to anger management class, they've done parenting classes, they've availed themselves of everything at the jail and everything at the prison, that is what you need to do. You need to immediately sign up for it. If for some reason there's overcrowding and they don't give it to you, it would be better for you to have signed up for it than to just throw up your hands and say, I'm not trying. Do you understand?
Yes.
And next time, if you have a case before any judge, don't use before coming to court. You understand? But I do appreciate your honesty, but you're going to have to get your life in order. Otherwise, children is going to be without their mom. You understand? All right. Good luck to you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
The court is calling 2023 CR 4059, State of Texas versus Alvo Lafayette Tucker III. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett, Your Honor.
For the defense?
Michael DeLeon for Mr. Tucker.
And are you Mr. Tucker?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay. Are you the same Alvo Lafayette Tucker III who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 4059 for the offense of burglary of a habitation force on June 20th, 2023 for a period of 8 years. Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state which allegations are you proceeding on?
On violating condition number 2 at the top, Your Honor,
Yes.
on or about the 4th day of August 2023 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Alvo Lafayette Tucker III, the defendant may or failed to submit his best testimony as directed by the court officer, supervision officer, and or duly authorized agent of the court in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that, true or not true?
True, Your Honor.
We'll waive the remaining violated conditions.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
No, there is not, Your Honor.
State, what are you requesting?
We're requesting adjudication and revocation.
All right. Defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, we're asking that Mr. Tucker be placed back on deferred adjudication. I'd like to place him under oath so I can ask him some questions so we can enlighten the court with what's going on in his life.
All right, can you raise your right hand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Alvo Lafayette Tucker III.
All right, defense.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Tucker, how are you employed right now?
I'm currently have my own lawn care service through a business partner. He has a successful roofing company.
Okay. How long you been doing that type of work?
Well, it's I've been doing this type of work for some years, but owning my own is still new, but it's successful as of now.
Okay. You got placed on deferred adjudication back, I think, in September of last year. Does that sound correct?
Yes, sir.
And can you tell the court what is going on that caused you to not report for the months of, I believe it was August and whatever the months we just talked about?
Yes, sir. Well, at that time, I did not have a successful lawn care service. I was doing roofing, but it was by contract only. So if I made a sale, I would get paid. It wasn't like an everyday payout.
And why didn't you report?
I had a lot of things going on, places to live, and just being ignorant, I guess. There's no other way around it.
I don't understand why not pick up the phone and call probation.
I didn't have a phone at the time. And I did reach out to Miss Smith several times. I've talked to her. I went in, but I was never asked to submit a urine sample.
And how often did you report to probation, roughly?
Whenever she would call, I would go in and report. I would report. I think it's just twice or something like that I missed. I'm not sure.
Okay, and if you were placed on back on deferred adjudication, what assurances does the court have that you're going to be actually following the rules of probation, reporting every month, doing what you're supposed to be doing? What has changed since last year?
Financially, I'm more capable of completing the payment out, and I know it's actually really serious. It's serious. I took it for granted, and I understand now the consequences that are against me. And if placed back on probation, I'm gonna make it my first obligation to take care of that and to see it through the end.
And how long have you been incarcerated for?
4 weeks.
4 weeks. Okay. Anything else you want to tell the judge about why you should be placed back on deferred adjudication?
Well, just to see my business through that I just got going up and going, and get home to my family and complete this probation. My dad always told me God's never gonna put anything on me that I can't handle. I think I can handle it, and I'm ready to see it through. If you're with it, that I may do that.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
State.
So what changed from September of last year to today?
Um,
Now can handle it because of you. They explained everything to you
yes.
about how to be on probation and what you
Yes.
have to do and the severity of facing 2 to 20 years. So what's the biggest difference?
Well, the biggest difference is now I know I have a base income, because I actually am in charge of what I can do and what to give.
So you're just saying your employment is the only difference from back in September of last year to today?
No, not just employment, just my mindset too.
So your mindset now?
Yes, sir. The severity of the situation.
So your mindset wasn't correct last December when you didn't report, or January or February or March or April and May of this year that you didn't report. But now it's changed.
Well, it was set, but it's just sometimes I forgot or didn't just call in, but
And why did you forget?
I had other things going on. Probably was like on a roof or doing something.
That was more important.
Well, I can't say it was more important because this is very important. Yeah, I do understand that.
I mean, allegations are here that you also committed 2 other different crimes. You didn't say true to that, but that's the allegations. That were you arrested for those 2 crimes?
No, sir.
You weren't arrested for
No,
those?
sir.
Okay. That they happened on January 14, 2024?
I'm thinking so. Not sure.
No further questions, John.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Judge, lastly, Mr. Tucker, you talked about with the prosecutor that you're employed now, you have the ability to be employed,
Yes,
to make money, to do what you have to do on probation.
yes.
You were only on for a couple of months before you didn't report, that type of thing.
So,
So once again, I just want to make sure you're clear with the court. What has changed that's going to allow you to be successful on your deferred? If you're placed back on deferred adjudication.
everything has changed. I'm just wanting to do the right thing and complete it out.
Anything else?
No, sir.
Okay. No further questions, John.
All right, any other questions? All right, this is what the court is going to do. I'm going to give you a choice. Here are your choices. 1, I can revoke you and I'll sentence you to prison for 3 years. You receive credit for any time served. 2, I will continue you, but you're going to be found guilty. I'm revoking your deferred adjudication. And the revocation of your deferred adjudication is punishment, because you need to understand that you're not allowed to do whatever you want to do.
Correct.
So it will be a guilty conviction either way. But I'm not going to allow you to remain on deferred.
So,
Do you wish to speak to your attorney?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
All right.
Can we step back for a moment, Judge?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Missy Anatis walked into Judge Stephanie Boyd's courtroom hoping for a second chance. She wanted outpatient treatment. She wanted to keep cleaning houses. She wanted to stay in her children's lives, but within minutes, everything fell apart. The judge asked a simple question. "You're getting drug tested today. What will the results be?" Missy admitted the truth, positive for meth. She had used just days before sentencing. Judge Boyd pressed further. Why did she have 27 grams of meth in a Paris Hilton makeup bag? Why a scale? Why baggies? Missy insisted it was all for personal use. She was a heavy addict who didn't want to get gypped on her purchase. She was honest, brutally so, admitting she'd use a whole ounce in 2 to 3 days. But the judge saw the bigger picture. A mother of 3, a scale, packaging, nearly 28 grams of meth. That wasn't just possession, that was a red flag for dealing. Judge Boyd delivered the crushing blow. You're not walking out of this courtroom today. Either you're going to prison or you're going to inpatient treatment. She sentenced Missy to 6 years in prison, but left a door cracked open. If Missy followed the rules, attended programs, and stayed clean, the judge would consider shock probation after 180 days. The message was clear. This was Missy's last chance, and she had to earn it.